Hello, my friends, and my name is Serene, and today I would like to talk about the topic of authenticity. All right, what is authenticity? Well, authenticity, to put simply, refers to just being yourself, and it's something that seems to be very easy to understand, and yet not many people are authentic, and as a result, they are very, very unhappy. And I just want to discuss some things that keep people from being their true selves, and one of the main things is the fear of judgment from other people, especially family members, friends, people whom they're close to. And the truth of the matter is, we do live in an era whereby we are being surrounded by comments of people via the social media, in news and stuff. Okay, and as a result of that, many people are not able to um, stay rooted to themselves, and they bend and they become very, very obliging and fickle depending on what somebody else says. All right, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you need to be so stubborn as to stick by doing something that clearly is wrong when you're being given positive feedback. This is not about positive feedback or about being adamant about sticking to things that are not working for you. I'm talking about listening to that voice which you know really resonates with your deepest desires in your spirit, and yet listening to it and yet not obeying it, and instead trying to please everybody else. All right, and this fear of judgment is a real, real fear which keeps people trapped in their own mental prisons and very, very unhappy, and it prevents them from being authentic. That is just one. All right, and another reason why many people today struggle with being their true selves is because they're so afraid of being alone, because with the judgment very often comes withdrawal as well. When people are insecure themselves and they look at you leading your life, doing whatever it is that matters deeply to you, you are actually basically a trigger for them, because they are able to sometimes confront, or rather they see certain things that they are not able to do. And as a result of that, it is so much easier for them to withdraw from you rather than reflect on themselves. Okay, and they run away and they leave. All right, and that has got nothing to do with you, it's got everything to do with them. And it's not a matter of who's wrong or who's right, but just something for you to understand. If you're trying to be authentic, expect that not everybody is going to accept you, and people who are really, really close to you or have been a part of your life for a long time may just leave, and that is just part of the deal. All right, and it is part of your evolution. It's part of your spirit's journey. Okay, so do not be afraid when that happens, because that is exactly how the people who are meant to come into your life would come into your life, because they see this light that's shining out of you that is so, so, so inspiring, and something that they are drawn to as well, because they are reminded of what they should be reaching for as well. And also because you tend to attract people of similar vibration to you when you are your true self. Okay, and that simplifies things a lot. All right, and another reason why many people are afraid of being authentic is also because of this fear of failure. Okay, why? Because when you are basically doing whatever it is that you want, you're afraid that what if it doesn't work? Because you're so used to doing what is conditioned. All right, what the books have taught you, what school has taught you, what your parents have taught you, what well-meaning teachers have taught you, and you're so afraid that if you follow your own path and if you do it wrong, then you're going to be failing, right? Okay, but in the first place, all right, let me put it to you, what exactly is failure? If you're always evolving, learning, growing, reflecting, there's, don't let this idea of failure be the reason why you are not your true self, because that's just going to paralyze you and prevent you from taking action. Okay, so failure is really just a myth. Get over it. All right, and another reason why many people remain trapped in lives that are really, really inauthentic is because of this feeling of invincibility, as if they're going to live forever, as if they've got 100 years to live, which is not true by any standards. All right, and if you know for a fact that you can go anytime, all right, and of course I'm not I wish you all the best, I wish you many years ahead of you and stuff like that. Okay, but if you really, really meditate and reflect on the fact that you are here alive today, and that's all you've got. Now is all you've got. What's going to happen is you're going to be a lot more brave in following the song that needs to be sung out from your heart. Okay, because you don't assume that you've got all this time ahead of you, and you basically live more profoundly in the moment, and you're willing to take the actions that reflect and resonate with your innermost desires, and in doing so you are more authentic. Okay, so that is something else that you want to keep in mind. If these are things that are obstructing you from being authentic, then just reflect on it. And moving forward, okay, what are some of the things that inspires us to be authentic, or can inspire us to be authentic? Well, for me, nature is a fantastic teacher. Okay, and can you just imagine if an avocado is trying to be a papaya? It's not going to taste good. An avocado is meant to be an avocado, right? Fish are meant to swim. Okay, birds are meant to fly, and that's just the way they were built. And in the same way, you are meant to be who you are. All right, so do not take your cue from a bunch of other people who are successful just because they are successful, because success itself is a social construct in many ways. Okay, and just be the person you are, be the human being you are. There's only one of you, so embrace that with pride and love. All right. And another thing that inspires me a lot to be authentic is, of course, learning from babies and the innocent children. And we all have that innocence still. We just have to remember. Okay, when a baby is hungry, the baby cries and it's given food, and when it's thirsty, everything just happens. The baby is just being. I don't think the baby is overanalyzing, thinking, criticizing non-stop. The baby is just being, and the baby is being looked after, all right, most of the time. And another benefit of being your authentic self is that you would start living from a space of profound peace, because you are one with your spirit, and you're not living from a place of separation where your mind is trying to compromise and find ways to sort of convince yourself that you need to do something. You do not longer have that struggle, because you are just basically at one with your spirit, at one with your heart. And it's such a wonderful place to rest at, and you get more energy, you become more healthy, you get more rest, you get more efficient actually, and you get a lot more successful at what you're doing when you're being your authentic self. All right. And what else? Basically, yes, you attract the right people as well. So thank you so much for listening. My name is Serene, and I wish that this has helped you somehow. Thank you. Bye-bye.